Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Wednesday, January 28th, and we are here trying to help you navigate your financial journey. So many different routes to get there. And Mark and I, as certified financial planners and good listeners, we are like Waze or Google Maps for your money. A lot of different routes. Some take longer than others. Some might involve different scenery. We just need to lay out all of the options that you have, and then you determine what's best for you and your household. So if you've got a question, all you need to do is go to jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and if you'd like to join us on the air live, check the box. Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, check out our subscription service, Jill on Money Live. Don't forget, we have a big upcoming webinar that is with Ed Slott on Thursday, February 26th. And if you want to be part of that, you will need to plunk down $45 for the next 12 months. Again, you'll get that Ed Slott webinar. He's the guy who convinced me and Mark that Roth was that great. And he is an expert about Roth and Roth conversions. He's a CPA. He's wonderful. And so if you want to join us for the Ed Slott webinar and you want to join us live, you'll have to pay $45 for the next 12 months. You'll get the Ed webinar, 3 more after that, bonus audio and video content, and the back catalog of everything we've done. So you can do that right on our website. If you would like the Ed Slott webinar just in and of itself, you won't be able to participate live, but you will be able to watch it. It'll cost you $15. So it's all there at jillonmoney.com. Okay, let's go to listener Alex, who is joining us from the Rockies. Hi, Alex. How can we help you out?
Hi, Jill and Mark. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm a relatively new listener, and I've learned a lot from your shows, especially on my drives to and from work. It's better than listening to the radio. I get to learn something every time I commute. But
well, thank you very much. We appreciate that, and welcome to the show.
Well, like many of us, life has thrown us some curveballs, especially regarding my wife's health, which has us reworking our financial future. And, the reason for me reaching out has to do with getting your take on our financial readiness and to help expedite our retirement, hopefully, and build our dream cabin. Considering my wife's recent cancer diagnosis, fortunately, her cancer growth is significantly slowed, and current treatments are working, and so we're optimistic that she still has years ahead of us to enjoy retirement.
Okay, so how old are you guys?
We're 54.
Ay, your poor wife. Poor you. So I'm sorry about that diagnosis. We hear a lot about these. So let's try to figure out where you stand and what the options are for you. So you're 54. You're both working full time?
We are.
Okay. How much do you earn, Alex?
Right now, I'm earning about $18,000 a month, and she is earning about $9,000 a month.
And is she able to continue to work as a full-time as she's undergoing treatment, et cetera, or where is she in the process?
So she tried retiring last November because of her health, and it lasted for about 6 months. She's a tough girl, and she said, you know what, this is, online shopping is driving me crazy. I'm just going to go back to work. And so the right job opportunity opened up. They asked her to do it, and she loves just helping her patients, and she loves what she does. And so she's trying to go into a half-time this summer. Mm-hmm. And so they've hired someone else, and it looks like that's going to happen. So she'll be able to have more flexibility with her hours, and which is good considering her health and staying busy with building her cabin.
So is she going to go from 9,000 to like 4,500, more or less? What should we mark her down for income?
5,000.
5,000 a month. Okay. Right now, how's your cash flow on that, your combined income at current levels?
It's working out really well. Any excess that we have, we've been putting into this cabin that we're building. She's always wanted this mountain cabin, so we're putting it into that. But our expenses are about $15,000 a month. $3,000 is discretionary, $9,000 is essential, and about $3,000 for taxes. So total about $15,000.
Taxes meaning property taxes, or it really is like $12,000 a month, right? Because we're going to build taxes in the other way. Okay, so $12,000 a month. Okay, and tell us about how much you guys have saved. Not just, I want to talk about the cabin in a second, but like retirement assets. What have you saved?
We've got about $1.2 million in retirement savings, of which about $800,000 is in Roth, about $400,000 is in traditional.
Oh, you're flipped. Very excellent. Did you convert or did you get on the Roth bandwagon early?
We got on as soon as we heard about it.
Oh, amazing. Okay. Anything else that you have saved?
We've got about 48,000 in brokerage,
Okay.
about 15,000 in savings, and really no other accounts. We've been trying to consolidate retirement accounts. She had a whole bunch of them, and we consolidated them down to
Great.
the current ones.
Okay, fantastic. And are you managing that? Are you you guys managing it yourselves? Do you work with somebody?
We have a financial planner that we've been working with for the past 15 years. He does a great job, talks to us regularly as much as we want. So I think we're pretty happy with that.
And yet you're calling us. You just want another set of
You're the
eyes
best.
on this?
You're the best.
I don't know about that. Yes, I'm on the hook for one conversation. Then if I steer you the wrong way, you don't come back and yell at me.
I've got your email address.
That's true. I know where you live. All right. So you guys own a home in addition to the cabin?
Yes, our primary home's worth about $780,000.
Is there a mortgage remaining on it?
There is about $375K left at a 3.39 interest rate.
Okay. And building this cabin, now let us get into the meat of the question. So right now, how much do you have sunk into the mountain cabin?
We've got about 400,000 into it. The property's worth about 70,000.
Okay.
And it's a little more than halfway done. We used a $300,000 mutual fund that we've been building up over the years to help start funding this. And so we used that up last year. I've got a $250,000 HELOC at 4% currently.
Hold on a second. The $250,000 HELOC is on your against the mountain cabin or against the house?
Against the house, the
That's what
primary
I thought,
house.
the primary. So there's a $250K HELOC. Have you pulled any of it down?
We've got 23,000 pulled out of it so far. And we're going to need about another 250,000, we think, to finish the cabin.
Okay. I forgot to ask you. Do you have kids?
We do. We've got two boys. One is 27 and fully launched. The other is 23 years old and just graduated, but he's still trying to. He's got a job, but he wants to get a job that's aligned with his degree. So he rents our in-law apartment and is on our health insurance. So not quite fully launched yet.
You have an in-law apartment as part of the house.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Once your son is flying the coop, how much rent will that bring in? Or does someone else have to come in, like an in-law?
Well, he is actually paying rent because
good.
We're trying to teach him that there's no free rides.
Uh-huh.
And so if he moves out, when he moves out, we think we'll be able to get at least $1,000 a month for that apartment.
Will either you or your wife be entitled to a pension?
I am entitled to a pension, which will actually start this fall.
What? That's amazing. Pension starts in the fall.
And it's a nice one, Jill.
Okay, I'm getting ready. I'm excited. You can see that Mark reads the email, but I don't. So
now keep in mind it's been 30 years coming. But
okay. I'm excited. My pen is poised to write down. This is what I wrote. Pension starts in fall. What is the amount?
$12,800.
Stop it. I love it so much. This makes me so much happier. I have to be honest with you, Alex. You're telling me this whole story, and I'm like, oh, man, this is what I'm thinking. This is the back of my head. Oh, God, I got to tell this guy and his wife who has cancer that you can't, that's going to be hard. Now I feel like I can breathe on your behalf. That is a humongous relief, right?
It is. And we actually have some rental properties as well.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let's move on a little bit here. So again, we talked about your expenses are basically $12,000 a month. So the pension, generally speaking, plus whatever rent you might get from the in-law apartment, kind of covered the basics. Not rounding up for taxes, but once that pension starts, you're in just great shape. So now the next question is other properties. So there's rental properties. Tell us about those.
So we have two condos that we purchased about 25 years ago, and they are paid off next month.
Oh.
And so we are planning to do a 1031 exchange where we can sell them out there this year and transition that to a rental property, purchase a rental property closer to where we live to help manage it and do a little bit of renovations and
Fantastic. So for everybody listening, a 1031 exchange, if you own rental property, if Alex and his wife just blew out these two properties, there would be a tax that's due, I imagine. They've been owning them for, decades now. And using a 1031 exchange allows you to sort of take the full value as long as you buy another piece of rental, like kind rental property, not have to pay any taxes, and kind of reset the clock a little bit. So how much is the total value of the two condos right now?
They're worth about $600,000 total.
Okay. And so you'll take that 600, is there, and you said you own them free and clear. You'll buy a $600,000 or something less. Like, what are you going to do?
So we're thinking about rolling it over into a rental property, a house that might need a little bit of work. And we kind of enjoy doing some renovations and then renting that out. We hope to be able to rent it out for about $3,000 a month.
Amazing. So you will take on this task of not only building your mountain cabin, but taking on the task of like rolling these rental properties. But at the end of the day, the cash flow looks good. So really what we need to be looking at right now is how you feel about the cash required to finish the job, right? So you said you need another 200,000. Alex, how much are you and your wife contributing to retirement right now?
Over the past couple of years, since her cancer diagnosis, she's decided that she wants to just divert all of her funding toward the cabin instead of retirement.
I'm with her. I was exactly what I was going to say. How much are you putting away?
I'm putting away about $2,000 a month into Roth.
Into a Roth. And for you, do you have a match in your organization?
No, but if I did, I would definitely max that out first.
I kind of still want you to put some money away. How's your health? How's like your longevity? Like what do I have to look at in your future?
Well, in my family, it's pretty good. My grandparents have lived into their mid-90s. My mom's very healthy. My dad's not very healthy right now, but I'm anticipating, mid-80s, late 80s for me. Mm-hmm. And for my wife, she's beat the odds this far, and we're very hopeful that she'll continue to beat the odds for years to come, but we'll see.
So is your game plan to finish the cabin by pulling down the home equity loan or just funding this out of cash flow? What do you think?
Well, that's the big question. Right now, with some of the expenses that are coming up for drilling a well and things like that, they're going to be way more than what we can cash flow. Mm-hmm. And so she is eager to tap into her traditional or Roth IRA account to help offset that. I've been trying to convince her that HELOC is the way to go, especially since the rate is at 4% right now, and then just paying it off after that over the next few years.
Yeah, I'm not like psyched about her burning her accessible assets right this minute, right? I don't know. I don't love taking the money out. Mark, what do you think? I don't like tapping her assets at this moment.
Alex, how long do you want to keep working?
I want to keep working probably for the next 8 or 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would almost
pull back on his.
I would just hit the pause button, knowing that pension's there.
I would. I mean, the $2,000 a month. You might want to just say, why don't? Okay, let's say you have a big amount of money that is due. Like you say, Jill, I need 50 grand right this second. Right? Maybe you do. I don't know what the number is, but I'm inclined to not have you contribute to retirement for a little bit, finish the cabin, and then you can restart. So some combination of the money you were using for your Roth and the HELOC together, right? I think that would make sense. If there's a moment where she has to actually retire and we have to invoke the rule of 55 and pull money out of her account and get things settled up, like that's something to consider, but I'd rather preserve that for the future than do it right now. I'd rather wait. And I think because you have this $12,800 a month pension and you're still working, I think you can swing this cabin. I don't think she should tap her assets just yet. Does that seem that's more in line with what you were thinking? You said you have $48,000 in the brokerage. What's in that account right now?
Just miscellaneous stocks.
I mean, what that would be the first thing that I would get rid of, and you need more cash on hand. So the first thing I think I would do is get rid of your 48 grand of brokerage stuff and get rid of it and be done. And you might have to pay some tax on it, but big deal. And move that into cash right now. You need more money on hand, and then maybe you can use some of that, leave that cash alone, but then pull back on the amount of money you're putting into retirement, that $2,000 a month. Use the HELOC, some way to sort of jointly come up with your $200,000, which it sounds like you're going to be able to do. And until then, I don't think that there's a lot more to consider. I guess that obviously, if the 1031 exchange were not high on your list, okay, just as an idea. Another thing that I might think about, again, this really depends on like what's happening in your real lives, is to blow those two things out, not do a 1031 exchange, have 600,000 less whatever tax you have to pay, finish your cabin, replenish your cash, have a brokerage house. Obviously, you like doing this, like, the idea of buying something that might need some work. But if health considerations or something changes dramatically, I kind of would not look past that as an idea, which is we have $600,000 sitting in equity right now. And even if we had to pay some taxes, we could finish the cabin and beef up our brokerage account and have a simpler way to approach it. But that is really about it sounds like that's something you guys want to do together. And as long as you guys are willing to do that and roll up your sleeves, that's fine. But that is a simpler way to accomplish the conclusion of the mountain cabin.
Great. Yeah, I appreciate that analysis. And, we would have a bigger cash reserve right now, but we've just been pushing it all into the cabin to try to
tell her to slow her roll a tiny bit. I know that that's going to be absolutely impossible for her because she sounds like a little bit of a force of nature. But I do think it's, I get it. I get all of it. And so I think that if I were looking at someone who had spending of $12,000 a month, right? And we knew that, I'd like you to have $100,000 in cash on, just available as you are, at least something like that, maybe even $75,000 to $100,000 of cash just in case. And if, of course, if her health were to deteriorate and you didn't have the $5,000 a month, that's the kind of thing I am always. By the way, constitutionally, I'm a person who always looks at the worst case scenario, but financial planning and my first job as a trader, that is like what you are trained to do. Like, where is there a problem, right? Your wife is in healthcare, so tell her it's like triage. Like, what is the worst thing that's going on right now? How can we address it and come up with a game plan? So if we lost her salary because she just couldn't do what she wants to do and she doesn't feel good, then how are we going to finish this mountain cabin? That's what that's where it is like, okay, maybe we tap the 2 condos, we don't do the 1031 exchange, and we have what we need. So just think about that a little bit. And I think otherwise everything does seem really good. I also presume because of this diagnosis that you have all of your estate documents in place.
We do. Yeah. Last year, I just made the appointment and buckled down and said, we're going to get it done. And we sleep a little bit better at night knowing that we've got that done.
That's good. Any life insurance that remains for either of you?
For her, I think she's got about $100,000, and for me, I've got close to $1 million.
$1 million. Okay, and that's all term life insurance for both of you?
Term.
Great. I think you have a pretty damn good game plan. You have a pretty rotten diagnosis, so I'm sorry about that. But that said, it sounds like you've really put yourselves in a place where you can accomplish these goals that you want to accomplish. And so if you have any further questions as you are going through this mountain cabin and even reconsidering or thinking about the 1031 exchange, get back in touch with us. Do you feel okay?
Yeah, that was very helpful. Thank you. And that helps us prioritize, I think, where we're going to pull the money from as things come up, expenses come up. So really appreciate your thoughts.
Well, listen, Mark and I like mountain cabins, so we're feeling good. How does our room look? What's happening for us? Like, I know that you and your wife have your goals, but the whole reason we do this show is that we have opportunities to visit people in great places. So how's the guest ensuite looking for us?
It'll be ready for you this summer, hopefully, and anytime.
Oh,
we've got space for both you and Mark.
Mark, that did no Theo, just you and me.
Oh, that sounds like heaven.
That does sound like heaven, man. All right, Alex, wishing you the best. And again, very sorry about your wife's diagnosis. And please stay in touch with us. And if you are grappling with a life-changing event, either good or bad, we really want to hear from you. That is what we do here. We are a community. We help each other, and we are very focused on especially those who have been given, as Alex called, a curveball. That is beyond a curveball. That's like being beamed in the head. So if you've got a question, you've got a concern, get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note. If you'd like to join us on the air live, just check the box. Mark will do everything else. Don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter while you are on the website. And, of course, if you would not mind, just to lift someone up. Someone like Alex, who is like the caretaker, someone who is the patient, like his wife, may not need you to be like, how are you? But may want to just, you say, hey, I'm thinking about you, and something else. Like, that's it. How's the kids? Ask something. Ask them what they like and need. Don't guess at it. And don't go away. Don't disappear on them. Lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening. We will talk to you tomorrow.